to Heart Month. Today we are playing Horatio story Love Thyself. Yeah, I'd be like immediately like deleted. What number should you say? Don't know. No idea. My footsteps echo softly down the long empty hall. Oh, I'd hate this place. I'd be like just a maze, wandering around forever. It takes me some time to realize I don't see anyone else, though sometimes I hear voices that came from afar. Eventually I find my way to level 9, hallway 47. It's an even quieter area of the station, which is saying something. There are small doors, there are tiny affair apartments to one of the main concourse. So there must be just like rows and rows and rows of apartments, or like these little quarters. Even the ceiling is much lower. About 2 meters high. Well, if there's at least 47 different hallways of quarters. The lighting is a mix of neon glare and ever-oppressive flicker of a tube that just refuses to give up the ghost. So you'd also be having just like splotches from the neon lights. Your vision would be messed up. I look around to get me my bearings. It seems I'm nearly at the end of the hallway where the bend leads to some sort of control system for life support. I guess I'm getting the finest air in the area then. Well, as if it's filtered directly outwards and not piped somewhere else, yeah. With one last towards the map, I start down the hall. Door 1, door 2, 31, 32, this should be it. I look around. Might be the finest air in the area, but oh boy, this end of the hallway looks like it hasn't seen a mop in weeks. Well, yeah, unless you have like this robotic cleaning system, if people are manually cleaning, then it would be a lot of work to do. Sounds coming from the next door over, which must be the life support control system. Ominous. Is this the right place? Section B8, level 9. Like, level 9, hallway 47, door 32. Yep, no doubt, this is me. I pull the heavy so that the doors don't lock either. You just accidentally walk into someone's quarters all you want, apparently. I pull the heavy metallic door open with a groan and step inside. Oh wow, look at my quarters, how nice. From a vantage point, I survey my new kingdom. From left to right, there's a tiny sink for my ablutions, a mirror that doubles as a holoscreen, a toilet with a lid, a closet, a narrow bunk with a blanket and a pillow, some almost empty shelves, and we're back to the door. So it's one room. All in a cylinder about 2 by 4 meters, cozy. In a cylinder. The room is rounded. Well, this may not be the warm embrace of cloning birth, but it will do. At least I have a place to myself. I pull the door closed behind me. A distracting buzzing sound coming from an overhead fan. The finest air, huh? I sit down on the bed and look about. It's a bit too hot in here now that the door is closed. There are actually physical controls and a panel by the entrance, so I turn on the temperature down a notch. The buzzing increases to a screech. There's something scraping on metal. There is no way I can sleep with this thing on. Turn the knob back to its original level, and the metal screeches subside. Ugh, screw it. That'll do for tonight. They'd not up on their maintenance. Flop down on the bed, turn off the light, and pull the blanket over my head. There's a sinister rumble in my belly. That doesn't bode well. Day 1 complete. Wake up with a start. What a strange sensation. A dream? A dream in which everyone was wearing the same face and snarled at one another in the same breath. They were all playing a part of some big play. And it seemed to be the only one not know my lines. Oh, play. Okay. If my mask fell off, I died. Yep. Sighed heavily and pushed myself off the mattress. I staggered off the bed and put my hands on each side of the sink. You are one of many, but you must be one of many. You cannot be individual.
I only need to know what to call you.
Geth.
I mean you, specifically.
We are all Geth.
What is the individual in front of me called?
There is no individual. We are Geth.
My name is Legion, for we are many.
Well, that seems appropriate.
Christian Bible, the Gospel of Mark, chapter 5, verse 9. We acknowledge this is an appropriate metaphor. We are Legion, a terminal of the Geth. We will integrate into Normandy.
Look to the mirror hollow screen. The dream was real. I feel a strong urge to puke. Clench my hands around on the sink until my knuckles are white and the fox porcelain and breathe as deeply as I can. How do I know where I'm supposed to be going classes-wise? Feeling passes as I open my eyes again. I notice the blinking icon flashing on the holoscreen. It expands when I press it and covers half the screen. Breakfast mess hall, classes, academy, auditorium 3, lunch mess hall, extra circular, Pacific, dinner hall, mess hall, advanced classes, Pacific. What did that mean? Breakfast is grayed out and classes is bolded. It looks like I'm late on my first day of class. Well, I didn't have an alarm. Bolted out the door and run all... Yeah, it would take me forever to get there. But I'm late. I think... Sir? Sir. Oh. Grand Headmaster. You are late indeed, first level initiative. It seems that the redesign of the station altered enough that the fresh intis do not find sorting plans in their memory. Still, the last of your classmates arrived 10 minutes ago. Have a seat in the future, make sure you arrive on time, Initiative Avernus F21. Hurry back to my seat in the back. Against my better judgment, my ears and cheeks have turned a very nice shade of pink. Can hear my classmate's sticker. I sink in the deep comfort of my chair and try to ignore the burning sensation. My empty stomach adds to groans of chorus. This is great. Aternus PO2 gestures to the holoscreen behind him. Moving on. Over the next 3 weeks, you will find and undergo accelerated program. You would better not miss a class. Subjects will be covered, among others. Subjects will be covered. Among other subjects will also be covered. He starts listing off subjects in rapid-fire monotone that is hard to follow. I make out a few. History of Horatio in the last 100 years. And astrocartography, ignitation, ego, initiation, etiquette, startup, imperialism, dance, ballet. Is that when you take car keys and park their car? Personal grooming, speechcraft, xenobiology, dealing with lesser. That's a whole class. Horatioology. What is that difference in history? Cooking. Reception protocol. Fencing. I know what fencing is. Horatio researches. One whole class on perfume. Geez, how many classes is there? Geonomic interface. Hand-to-hand compact. That sounds important. Social hygiene. What? Was it different than normal? Like personal grooming should be hygiene. Sublight navigation. Okay. Logistics. Chlorinomics. Cloning 101. Personal disruption. Surveillance. Xenopolitics. Imperial maintenance. This is a lot of stuff. Fleet maneuvers. Spacecraft care 101. aerobattalics and guns. For a start. For a start? I frown. Your sure sounds like an electric mix. Do I get to choose which ones I take, or do I have to take all of them? I have a feeling that simply repeating this list will take... Can't we just implant all the information in my head? We get most of the 3 weeks at our disposal. We will begin with an all-time favorite, personal grooming. We have no hair. My classmates all let and appreciate for the approval nods at the subject choice. Next up is a very detailed atomical repetition of a Horatio. Eternus VO2 begins. I don't get the... Oh, that's nice. A nice little chime. He just sounds off in the distance. Heads perk up and look around. What does the chime mean? Means we're done for this time? Time flies when we're having fun. I did my best to pay attention. Truly, there would be so much more to say. There is a lot more course material. We will get to some of it later, but for now, it's time for you to get lunch. This afternoon, you will be assigned your first extracurricular activities. You will be assigned based on your personal affinities. Oh. I have those? He pauses for dramatic effect. Tomorrow, same place, same time. Do not be late. Passing a glance in my direction. Will it confirm? How would he know which one's you? Pick them out on the crowd? They all look the same. I look away with a detached air and avoid making eye contact. Come for my tubby custard. Like the mess hall seems slumped is back as well. Can't tell if I had better because obviously I'm pretty sure these aren't fine foods we're supposed to be enjoying. These around me a mix of resignation and grumpiness, confirming my hunch. Ain't no one known like in the grub here. Shovel along the line with my tray. Same Horatio I saw yesterday. How do you know? How do you know? Saw yesterday, hands me a bowl of the same slop. I sigh again. The Horatio lunch person hears it and his expression changes. Hey, you think this is enjoyable for me? Great, Horatio. It isn't. I look at him. You wouldn't happen to have something to make this taste a little better. Anything? Considers this for a moment, then snatches up a little spice shaker from the counter and hands it to me. Can always sprinkle this on top. I pour a little what turns to be a pungent red powder onto my food. Spicy! I stop, look at my bowl, then add a little more, and a little more still. Soon my bowl is covered in a thin layer of red. The lunch person looks bemused. That should be enough, buddy. Okay, thanks. I hand back the spice shaker and go find a seat. Am I a loner? Or am I gonna try to interact? I'll sit. Encouraged by what could be very possibly my first conversation, I look to find a seat with other people. I find a table with an empty spot. My portray the conversation go quiet and my face turns towards me. One of them pipes up. Well, if it isn't the late Avernus F-21. I realize my mistake, picking up the tray and go sit on my own. If I know the word, I can't pronounce it, from my classmates. Now I have been made the class students. Dip my spork into the bowl and give the new improved formula a taste. It's actually pretty good. Rich taste of something or other. It is especially warmed up and explodes with flavor. Look up from my full of gratitude for the Horatio lunch person. I smile at him and give a thumbs up. He nods at me and cocks an eyebrow. Shovel a big spoonful of the delicious slop into my face, barely chewing on it, and then the spice hits me. My tongue suddenly becomes very, very hot. It takes me a moment to realize what's happening. It's spicy! By the time I do, my mouth is engulfed in what feels like fire. I do my best to choke on my food quietly, fighting back tears. Horatio behind the counter is laughing harshly. He did it on purpose. Ignore him. Try my best to ignore him. It's not too difficult as my eyes are blurring with tears. I put my tray in the return area and leave the mess hall with the dignity I can muster. So thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you next one. Bye.